Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, Renson Ingonga, has stated that he can only proceed with prosecutions when he receives case files containing concrete evidence from the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, that is IPOA, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the DCI. Speaking in Nairobi during the launch of a new counter-terrorism prosecution curriculum, Ingonga highlighted that delays in submitting crucial evidence have hindered the progress of several cases involving alleged police misconduct. And as Ode Francis now reports, Ingonga cautioned that failure of IPOA and DCI to deliver timely findings risks leaving victims without justice and suspects without trial.
With several cases of police misconduct still pending, the latest being the Kitengela incident, in which police are accused of shooting two civilians. Director of Public Prosecution DPP Renson Ingonga has criticized two key investigative bodies, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority IPOA and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations DCI, blaming them for delaying justice.
I'll implore upon you, the fourth state, for you to support us on this. Kenyans do not understand the roles of these institutions. You must tell Kenyans that ODPP or the DPP is at the tail end of anything. So unless the investigations are done, the DPP can't do much. That's why you'll hear at times an incident has happened and someone is saying the DPP, instead of saying the investigative agents, which are different depending on the kind of activities.
Speaking in Nairobi during the unveiling of counter-terrorism and anti-terror financing prosecution curriculum, Ingonga said his office is handicapped by the failure of IPOA and DCI to provide critical reports and evidence on police misconduct.
What is important is the investigations, because the way investigations are carried out and evidence collected, that is what informs the DPP to go to court. If the evidence does not meet the threshold, you'll find in some of the cases we don't go to court. We don't refuse, but the evidence gathered, if it's not enough, we don't just go to court for the sake of it. Because we must also get to know that we protect the rights of everyone, even the suspects.
Ingonga defended his office against accusations of inaction, stressing that prosecutors cannot proceed without evidence gathered and submitted by investigative agencies. Among the unresolved cases are allegations of police shooting two individuals in Kitengela, the shooting of 22-year-old woman in Huruma, the use of tear gas inside a church in Othaya, and reports of excessive force during public gatherings in Kitengela and Kakamega.
Like what you're saying, lobbing tear gas and whatever, that's IPOA supposed to be to investigate. The moment they investigate and bring to our attention, that is the time. And then the DPP comes.
The DPP further disclosed that the investigative file on the so-called Minnesota saga, where Kenyans were charged in the United States with money laundering linked to the Feeding Our Future program, has yet to be submitted to his office in Kenya for further prosecution. Ode Francis, Citizen TV, Nairobi.